What's up, guys and gals? It's your host of the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys some more FBL content. Yes, that's right, Yu-Gi-Oh! False-Bound League content and interviews for Season 2222. And look no further than your interviewee and your interviewer all in one package. Let's get right underway. So I'm going to interview myself for this particular one. We got to cover all the duelists for Season 2, and I'm one of them, so let's just get right underway. So, with the same line of questioning I've already done for multiple interviews so far, introduce myself. Well, you guys already know I'm Griever, I'm old, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So, how I first got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And False-Bound Kingdom. Well, my cousin was a little bit older than me, and he was always the first one on the block for the latest nerdy stuff, right? He had all the top tier Pokemon cards, Pokemon games, Digimon cards, Digimon games, movies, and look no further than Yu-Gi-Oh! When Yu-Gi-Oh! First came out, I had barely watched an episode before he already had the Kaiba and Yugi starter decks. He was teaching me how to play the game and stuff in my dad's trailer and all this fun jazz. So I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Right out of the gate. The moment it was here in North America, I was hooked and I was here. So that's how I got into that. Now, False-Bound Kingdom was just because of my love of the game, and I was already a big video game nerd as well. So when the GameCube rolled around and there was this Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, granted, I was not as passionate and there wasn't the internet to help you figure certain things out. Look no further than Castlevania Simon's Quest to eventually some people just give up on games, right? You can't figure it out, you can't figure it out, you can't figure it out. Guess what? The game's really bad, and then you move on to another game. That's what myself as a kid did. That's what myself as a teenager did before it was like, okay, this game might be good. Maybe I'm just not thinking things through, right? You don't think like that when you're 12 years old. You just go, can't beat the game sucks, and you drop it. So that was my experience with False-Bound Kingdom in my first iteration of it. Later on, learned how to play the game properly, and just loved the niche of the game. Really, really enjoyed it. So for question number 2 is, how do I feel about my particular draft, and am I confident in that draft? I'm not going to lie to anybody. I am much more confident in my first season draft, even though I lost. I was much more happy with my first season draft. Though, granted, I still have a very solid team, I think. Having Chimera, the King of Mythical Beasts, as a lead monster for Kyber's team, plus the Tiger Axe on the right-hand monster, really selling me. And of course, Soggy the Dark King is right there. So Kaiba's team, I'm really confident in. Pegasus' team is my GOAT, pretty much, is my go-to team for any problems. Rex's team is more of a let's see what it can do. Weevil's team, I have a lot of high hopes for. Bones' team, same idea, along with Labyrinth Ruler. Mokuba and Mathis, now their teams are sort of there in case I need them, but not crazily viable. In fact, I expect more out of Labyrinth Ruler than I do out of Rex, Weevil, or Mokuba or Mathis. I expect a lot out of Pegasus and Labyrinth Ruler. Weevil's probably my 4th. Bones, it's going to be hard to see. It's going to be hard to see who ends up taking the crown and showcasing their stuff. But I'm still happy with the draft. I'm still very happy with my team setup and happy with my draft, especially the combination of Magician of Black Chaos with Dark Magician. Very hard to get combos in a draft, so that was nice. And getting at least one machine monster in Alpha the Magnet Warrior for Rex's team. And I'm very happy with my fusion, of course, in Chimera, the King of Mythical Beasts. So, and we already saw a big reason that Labyrinth Ruler has Mega Zowler in the lead monster, nonetheless, is because we already saw the power and just the fortitude of Mega Zowler in the last balance patch. So, I was just looking forward to taking this dinosaur and seeing exactly how hard-hitting and what a buff tank he could be. So, that's pretty much my draft. So the next question is, what do I think of other people's draft, and what was the best draft and what was the worst draft, and that kind of idea. I already said it in the live stream. If polymerization, we get one early, I'm putting all my stocks into not only my own, of course, playthrough, but Second Flock. Second Flock played this phenomenally, and if he gets even a couple of polymerizations, look out. Second Flock is going to do phenomenal as far as I'm concerned. It's a really good draft, though I don't really like his Bones team. It's going to work for status ailment and stuff. It's not my favorite, and Labyrinth Ruler team I don't really care for, but his Mokuba team, his Rex team, his Kaiba team, all really stellar. As far as the worst team, I don't think anybody did too bad, but if I had to pick one, it'd either be ZZ or Alex. And just for my own sake, I wouldn't have drafted the way they drafted, and I don't particularly like their team setups. But it doesn't mean that I don't like how they formatted them and what they're going to do with them, right? I mean, I'm not the be-all and end-all player, so it's just my own personal opinion there. I don't think that I had the best draft, and I don't think I had the worst draft. That's basically all I can say about that. So moving on to the next question, any particular mission that I'm worried about? Only to make sure that both Pegasus and Kaiba are viable by the time we reach Dragon Lair. Dragon's Lair could be an end for a lot of people. If your Pegasus and Kaiba team, which everybody has stocked pretty well from looking at the draft, everyone stocked it pretty well, but if you happen to lose Pegasus, or Kaiba, before we reach that mission, and who knows what Dragon Slayer random marshals are going to have in store? Man, oh man, that looks like a mission where some people are going to lose some monsters. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying anybody's going to lose there. I'm saying it's a possibility depending on the teams. Some people are going to lose some monsters. So that's the one that I'm the most concerned about. The second to last question on the interview list is, what do you think of the rule set for this season? Are there any rules or changes you would have made? Not particularly. Everything was voted on, of course, for this season. And I pretty much agree with everything there. Nothing really stuck out to me that I said and potentially I did vote for something that I didn't get voted for, but nothing that in the core main rules of playing the game is really going to affect my playthrough or anything like that. So nothing I would have really changed. The option of trades, which I've brought up in all interviews, was brought up. And I like the idea of trades being implemented into future seasons as a potential option. Don't really know how we would work it out, but if we could work it out, I would definitely go pro trades later on in later seasons. And the last one is, if I could have one monster that I did not get in this draft, what would I choose? Very, very hard choice. Now, granted, once again, this does not include anything that would not be viable. So I can't get a second fusion, I can't have a second class change, I can't have an Egyptian god, right? So, in all honesty, the first thing that comes to mind is Buster Blader. I really wish I had I grabbed Buster Blader sooner. I really wanted him. And because last time he was such a goat, if not him, King of Yamamakai. Those would be the two, but definitely Buster Blader would be my first choice to have. But Graceful got him instead, and he won him fair and square, so that's fine. This time I got no Blue Eyes or no Harpy Ladies, but I would definitely, unlike last draft, but I would definitely take one of them. 100%. So anyways, that's my own personal interviewee and interview. Maybe I should have done a gag thing where I was like, so what do you think about this? Well, let me tell you that. Maybe I could have had some fun with it, but we really need to get underway with this stuff. So I don't have so much time to be scripting anything like that. So I just thought I'd give you guys a breakdown of the Dallas Dark Clowns, which is of course my team. The Dallas Dark Clowns, yeah, so either way, hope you guys enjoyed this sort of interviewer meets interviewee sort of interview. How many times am I going to say interview in some weird way? Who knows? But one more time so it counts. Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. And hope you guys enjoyed the Falsebound Kingdom interview for the Dallas Dark Clowns with their duelist, Griever, right here in front of you. And we'll see you guys back here next time for, I'm sure there's more interviews waiting in the wings. So thanks guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this season. I'll see you back here next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.